About 6 months ago, I was the first person in the world to get this credit card. This is the BlockFi Bitcoin card. It is the unlimited Bitcoin back on all purchases card, and I thought it might be my new everything else card. 6 months later, it's not, but not for the reason you might think. Hey there, Dave here. I'm going to tell you how I actually am using this card, the pros and the cons of how this card works, some of the changes that they've made since I got this card, and bottom line, would I recommend this card? Let's start with a recap of how this card works. It is unlimited 1.5% back in Bitcoin, which 1.5% is not the best rate for credit cards, but with Bitcoin prices doing what they do, it actually could end up being way better than any of my other cashback cards. So it's sort of a gamble on Bitcoin. It has 2% back after you spend $50,000 annually. That is 2% on the amount over $50,000, and that resets annually. You earn 3.5% back during your first 3 months on up to $5,000 of spend. I did my best to take advantage of that, but I ended up not actually hitting the full $5,000. You also earn 4.5% interest on your Bitcoin and up to 9.5% right now on stablecoin. There are no annual fees, no foreign transaction fees. You can get pre-approved for this card with no impact to your credit. If you do try this card, please do use my referral link. It's down in the description. There's some other BlockFi benefits for cardholders. You can get 0.25% back when you buy crypto on BlockFi. That's up to $500 per month. They used to have a 2% boost in the APY for stablecoins for people with the BlockFi card. And actually, if you applied for the card before December 1st, you'll continue to get that 2% for a full calendar year from when you get the card. But they got rid of the 2% boost, and that's not the only change, but the other changes I think are all good. They raised the interest rates on stablecoins. It was in the 5 to 7.5% range, and now it's 9% for all of them, and 9.5% for Tether. And that's for everyone, not just cardholders, which is a really good rate for stablecoin, especially since it's just a simple interest account and you don't have to stake coins for any set amount of time. You can move them, swap them, you can cash them out. Of course, I wouldn't recommend cashing them out unless you're just really into paying taxes. But if you already do have the card, you can double dip with that 2% boost. So 9.5 becomes 11.5%, and that 2% is capped at an extra $200 per month. So 2% on up to $10,000 of your stablecoin. The other big change to this card is no longer just the Bitcoin card. You can actually earn in your choice of any crypto on BlockFi. You'll earn the same 1.5% whether it's Ether or Litecoin or Basic Attention Token or Uniswap or any of these coins, or you can choose one of these stable coins if you don't want to gamble on crypto, but I wouldn't do that because you can earn more than 1.5% back on a bunch of other cards. I think the only reason to have this card is for the possibility of a long-term huge upside without any extra effort. And one thing I know, the US dollar never keeps up with inflation, by definition. So pick which coin you want to earn in. You can change that up to midnight on the last day of the month. So if you like to buy the dip, you can pick whatever was down for the month. I use this card fairly regularly, actually almost exclusively for the first 3 months to get the 3.5% intro bonus. I did the math to figure out what my effective earn rate would be if I were to cash out of Bitcoin today, and that would have been 3.85% cash back. So very respectable, especially for an everything else card. A little more math. At Bitcoin's all-time high, the effective rate would have been 5.18%. At the 52-week low, 1.94%. And when Bitcoin eventually hits $100,000, I will have earned a whopping 7.51%. Some other things to know about the card. BlockFi integrates with Mint, but not with Truebill or any of the others that use Plaid. They have a really good website and app interface. Autopay is easy. You can review purchases and rewards in the app and on the website. The PDF statements actually do not show your rewards because rewards are accumulated based on the calendar month and rewarded on the second Friday for the prior month, which is a little confusing if you're used to seeing rewards on your statement, especially if you're making a YouTube video about it and wanted to calculate the value of your rewards. But it's really not bad at all. You still earn Bitcoin with every purchase. Bitcoin gets deposited every month. It just makes it a little more challenging to make a video about it. I actually consider this my fun credit card for rewards. It's not my primary cashback card because my other cards can earn 2 to 5 or even more back on every purchase. If you think about it, even averaging 3% using other cards, you would get double what this card gives you back. And of course, I'm all about simplifying things. The BlockFi card does make it super easy to rack up free Bitcoin, but if you really wanted to maximize your Bitcoin, here's what I'd do. use a different card or my 2 to 3 card system to earn at a higher rate. And then I think it's too much hassle to actually cash in all those cards every month to buy Bitcoin. But if you were to just estimate your monthly cash back based on your annual spending and then set up an automatic repeat trade using BlockFi and their automatic trade feature, you'd actually be buying more Bitcoin than you would earn with this card, and you'd still be dollar cost averaging on all your purchases, and you'd be automatically earning interest on all your crypto. So it might sound like I'm not recommending this card, but that's just for me and other credit card nerds like me who are really into maximizing the rewards. If you're more of a normal person, yes, I actually do think that the BlockFi card is a great fun way to play with crypto for free with your credit card cash back. This card really does check all the boxes for me. No annual fee, no foreign transaction fee, no cap on your Bitcoin earnings. There's a bonus if you spend more. There's no rotating categories to keep track of. You can set it and forget it. And I'd imagine that Bitcoin is going to outperform the dollar. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you have this card, if you're going to get this card, if you used my referral link. Use the comments. This card does have me kind of rethinking my whole credit card strategy and the whole idea of crypto instead of cash. I'm going to be making some big changes to my credit card strategy next year, so if you want to see what I end up doing, subscribe. That is it. That is the latest from here. Wait, before you go, I do have 2 quick things. First, the BlockFi referral link will give you up to $250 of free Bitcoin, so make sure you use that. Also, I'm still working on the cashing in all of my credit card points from last year, and I will post that here as soon as it is done. So stay tuned, subscribe. That really is the latest from here. I'm Dave Hanson. I'll see you back there for the next Hey There, Dave here.